Okay, we're recording a video here, and um, it's kind of reporting on current events in my life, and to to document it, to record it, and put a put a face on the dialogue, and maybe upload it to YouTube. Um, I think it helps to kind of talk through these things sometimes with yourself, the universe, whoever is willing to listen. So this week has been a pretty good week. I had a date, well, a meeting with a woman who I'd been talking with online, and we've chatted a little bit since the meeting, but she didn't respond to my last text. So usually in the dating world, that is a subtle, well, maybe not subtle, but it's definitely a clue. It's a form of communication that they're not interested in you. And I suspected some of that because she's a little younger than me, very attractive. I think she's probably on the end of the spectrum on what I would physically be able to achieve dating wise, looks wise. So that's not a huge surprise. But I have dated women that I think are attractive as her. But I've not been able to keep those women either. So you got to kind of understand your limitations. So I don't know if maybe I should send this YouTube video to her, because I very well may never talk to her again. And I had I think, some good chemistry during our meeting, and I felt like there was something that connected us. I don't know what it was. Certainly, when someone is attractive, there's that connection, but hearing her story made it seem like there was a reason why we were talking. Rather this is, over, and I'll never see her again, or maybe we become friends, or whatever, or I bump into her in another lifetime. But I did want to share some thoughts about that, about what I'm thinking and about dating in general, because I think we are all in this together. I mean, people that we meet online, and it's kind of a ruthless world. I mean, that's how dating is. I've been on a number of dates, and we're talking single dates, one meeting, one meetup, whatever you want to call it. And I've not texted the person back because I just wasn't interested. And so I've been on that other side too many times. Maybe I've gone on too many dates with people that were not. Um, there wasn't enough chemistry there. There wasn't enough physical attraction, or all of the above. So I don't know how to do this in a way that it seems like there's no real rules here. And with this particular person that I've met, I feel like something needs to be said. I think just so I feel better, and kind of change my habits a little bit, maybe in terms of sending things out to the universe that are positive. Maybe they'll help with that, but I've got some advice for this person. Like I said, because just generally, just the notion of we are in this together, and I think some things can be said that would help us both in terms of getting to our goal. Seems like she's had a fair amount of trauma in her life, and I know I have too, but I suspect more relationship wise. She's, you know, and um, yeah, I certainly don't feel sorry for her. She's got a lot going for her, a lot, you know, and she's not going to have any problem um, in the dating scene at all. I mean, she's got everything. I think all the tools that you need to find someone that you want to spend, you know, the rest of your life with, that completes you and contributes to your life. I mean, I think that's the point here. You know, two people in a good relationship, there's a synergy. 1 + 1 equals, you know, an infinite amount of particles here, and versus a, you know, bad relationship, you know, it cancels each other out and it's destructive. And I think there's been a fair amount of that in her life. And you know, my story is more of, I've been terrified of relationships. I haven't given the necessary time. I've gone after women that I had no business going after. Um, you know, I think they were just, to be honest, they wanted a type of man that maybe physically I wasn't fit for that, or, you know, financially they're looking for someone who made more money, or, you know, something. But I've been able to date those kind of women, and I think you know, I'm learning that I've got to figure out realistic and attainable goals too. I mean, I have to start going after women that are achievable long term. You know, that's what I want. I want a long term relationship. I don't want to try to please someone for a couple months and be their friend, and only to get dropped. You know, because I was a transition guy, which seems like I've been in that place too many times, and been with women that wanted to be friends, and I've been extremely attracted to them, and you know, that was not completely mutual. So um, in this case, um, I don't know exactly what's going on with this other person. I have good clues on what I foresee is the case, and I think I think I would be willing to talk with her further, regardless. You know, if she wants to move on, I think that's fine. You know, that's how it works. But I feel like there's some things that I could say that would help her. And of course, you know, in this game, you can't put too much into something that's not going to work. You need to put your efforts into finding a woman that wants to be around you and wants to work on, you know, something. So, but I think to change my habits a little, you know, because I'm there's a good chance the next date I go on, I'm not gonna like this person, and I don't want to be like, okay, bye, see you later, and not close it properly. You know, have a conversation with them and say, hey, you know, whatever. Kind of being honest with each other, even though it can certainly hurt. You know, hey, you know, whatever it is. I think those conversations need to happen more in the dating scene. Um, our society is not is not, I don't think, equipped to kind of give us good ground rules for this. It seems like anything goes in the dating world now, and I don't want to be a part of the destruction that is currently in our society. So that's, kind of why I'm recording this video and kind of reaching out to the universe and this other person in terms of making the world a better place for the both of us. And yeah, so, but again, very thankful to have been given the opportunity. And it's some other things during this week happened that were very positive. I was hoping I was going to do something with this woman over the weekend, and it didn't work out, but it ended up being just like a great Sunday. I had some things that happened that made the weekend, and so thankful for that. So over and out. Peace.